Hello, welcome back to Inside the Church. Father Mark here. Last week we looked at the beautiful image and devotion of divine mercy that was given to us by our Lord Jesus through Saint Faustina. And today we look at another devotion, another image, Our Lady of Guadalupe, which I encourage you to look up more detail. It's a beautiful story. I won't go all into it, but just a couple key important details was in the 15th century in Mexico, Our Lady appeared to Saint Juan Diego. And what's beautiful about Saint Juan Diego is he's just a very ordinary person. From worldly standards, he was very lowly. He wasn't rich or famous, didn't have this amazing career or anything. He was just an ordinary guy. And it speaks so beautifully how God typically works. We see throughout scriptures, including in Mary's life, how he picks the lowly from worldly perspective, because they're more open to God's message, more open to their mission from God. The temptation is that when we become real high, in worldly standards, is that we can become independent of God. Whereas the lowly from a worldly perspective, worldly standards, they are more open to God, they're more dependent on God, and he's used them so much through salvation history. And so we see St. Juan Diego, Our Lady appeared to him several times, and the main thing, she wanted this devotion, this image, and she wanted a chapel built there. And so he said, I need a sign. St. Juan Diego needed a sign. And so he gathers up these roses to take to the bishop, and he's gathering them in, and as he gets there, they kind of fall out. And when they fall out, everybody around the bishop is like down kneeling, wondering what just happened. That on this tilma, this image appears. And so obviously this is not the original one, it's a copy of it, but no one painted this, no one drew this up. This is a beautiful tilma that Our Lady revealed. And you can see the original down in Mexico. And many scientists have looked at it, and it's baffled them how this tilma came about. But so beautiful about it is Our Lady appears indigenous. She appears as one of us. And she appears as the crown of human creation, and she points us to God. And so you see here the crown of human creation, you see the blue and the stars, you see that representing heavenly and royal, which would have been important to Aztec people. But what's so important is she's not seen as a goddess. You see the moon and you see the sun, that she's above them, but she's not God. And we see that from her praying. That it's from her a son will come. You can see her pregnant. And so it holds that tension of what we believe in Mary as Catholics. That we honor her as the model disciple. We don't worship her, but we honor her. That she's above the sun and the moon. That she has this special relationship to Christ, her son. And so we entrust our needs, our petitions to her. And so I encourage you, there's so much rich symbolism. Just Google it. Knights of Columbus has a beautiful video on it, on Our Lady of Guadalupe. You can learn so much about her and how she preached this new evangelization to the people of Mexico and to us as well. And so until next time,